Hey guys, in this video I'm going to explain why we bought Tesla just before 2020, so it was towards the end of 2019. So I'm just going to go over why I did what I did. But before I do that, let's just go over a quick story. So before I entered Tesla, I remember having a conversation with someone over lunch, and we were talking about the future and future projects, and I was just explaining that, I believe the future is going to be like electric cars. It's definitely the future, right? Petrol, diesel, etc. is going to be a thing of the past. It's going to be like the horse and the carriage scenario, right? It's going to be no more. So immediately, we're talking about companies that have the potential to change the world, or that are changing the world. And then our attention went to Elon Musk. So I started talking about Elon Musk. And obviously, I've seen a lot about Elon Musk before. Before the hype, right? So the PayPal, X.com, SpaceX, Solar City, all these projects that, Elon Musk was a part of, and how he invested all of his money that he made from PayPal into his new projects, right? And how, the guy almost lost everything. Tesla almost went bankrupt. SpaceX almost failed, you know? So he's already got a solid track record of resilience. And the projects that he was doing, I knew almost immediately that this guy will be the richest man in the world by the end of the decade. That was my statement. Elon Musk will be the richest man in the world before the end of this decade. Now, I had no idea it would take 1 year for that to happen, because he was not even 50th on the Forbes list. So this goes to show how much things can change in 1 year. Now, so let me get on to the point. So then I started looking at Tesla. So my criteria was, number one, this guy has a solid track record that ticks the box. Number two, does this project have, can this project actually impact or change the world in any way? And is it is it a competent project? Are the people behind the project competent? Yes, there is. So all the boxes for me, and obviously there's a lot more, things that I had to get into before, we invested such a large amount of money into these things. But those are the main things for me. Does this have the potential to change the world, and is it in time with the actual trends, right? Is electric vehicles going to be a trend? I did believe so, so we bet big on it. And obviously, as you can see, that has paid off tremendously. We're up over 800% on this stock now. We entered before, again, this was before the stock split. And as you can see, the entry was almost genius, right on the breakout. So I know you guys hear me talk about, the technicals quite a bit. We entered right when price was breaking out, and our goal was to hold this for the whole decade, and we're going to stick to that, right? So just because I'm up over 800%, etc., it doesn't mean now that I'm just going to cash out. I'm sticking to the plan. I will hold this until at least 2030. That's 10 years from now, right? Or 9 years now. So we're sticking to that plan. But with that being said, what the plan is now, right? So what I believe is going to happen now. Do I believe that this stock is currently overvalued? At the moment, yes, it is. Just because I'm in this stock, it doesn't mean I have to be biased, or it doesn't mean I have to, have what, just because I'm in it, I'm going to, fight, and start making stuff up and start being delusional about it. No, I can't do that. I have to be honest. Is this currently overvalued? I do believe so, right? Even when we do look at, I would say that really this valuation should be valued at this maybe two years from now, or maybe even a year from now. But it's a bit too soon, to be honest with you. And will we see a pullback? Yes, we will. My prediction is that we will hit, 1,000 per share, and then we'll see a retracement potentially back to 800, 600, $700 on this. But will it continue to trend to the upside? I do believe so, because a lot of people are betting on Elon, right? It's not just about the car company. It's about Elon. It's about his other projects. It's about SpaceX. It's about all the things that this guy is doing to change the world. And this is why we're seeing this valuation for a car company itself with the amount of sales it has. No, based on that, it's no, it should not be valued at this. But based on what Elon is trying to achieve and his progress and what the potential he has, yes, it makes sense because people are trying to get in early, right? And it could be one of those situations where if you invested in this 10 years ago, your investment would be worth X amount. So a lot of people are thinking about this, and multi-millionaires have been made. Like I can retire off this stock now, has performed, remarkably. But now looking to the future, again, I do see 1,000, this hitting 1,000, and then obviously we should see a retracement at this level, maybe a consolidation. We could stay above $800. It depends on the market climate at the time, but I would not be surprised if we pulled all the way back to $600 per share. And when that does happen, I would just look to buy more. Now, again, I know that was very brief, that was very, sporadic, but I just had to put that out there because, again, someone commented on my last video or one of my previous video because I mentioned the 800% gain on Tesla, and they said, why, why did you buy it? Like, what made you want to buy Tesla? So this is why. Now, if that went over your heads, just to summarize, number one, believed in Elon, knew he would be the richest man in the world by the end of the decade, right? Number two, electric vehicles is on trend with what I believe will be a serious market in the future. You've got Apple now trying to get into the electric vehicle space, just invested 2 billion in Kia to start building an electric car for them. So this is a serious space, and we understood that, so that's why we bought in. And number three, again, just the competency of the team, right? They've proven that they can actually sustain, right? So we weren't just looking at this from a somewhat almost a guesswork perspective. From a technical, we can see since 2010, we've seen a sort of trend. We've seen price range almost. We saw price range, right, from 2013 all the way up until 2019. We saw price almost range up and down. So we, again, we managed to get in on the breakout, right? Because we knew that the trend, as we always say, the trend is your friend until it ends. And with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, seize the day.